Hello, Teachnow family. This is Neville Boone. I'm here with the great mentor by the name of Miss Abbott. She's going to be doing a evaluation on assessments.
Thank you, Neville. I'm here with a great student. All right, so we're looking at assessments, and the first question was, did the candidate use both formative and summative assessments to know whether students were learning? And I, of course, gave you proficient of that because you did do that during your lesson. Did the candidate align assessments with learning objectives? And again, you're proficient with that because both of us, we took a look into the curriculum, into our test item bank, pulled out questions that were appropriate for the instruction for that day, and we also gave it to them through our daily questions. So yes. Did the candidate provide substantive and timely feedback to students on their work? And you were proficient in that. Not only do you give them verbal feedback when you ask them questions in class or when they are working on their lessons independently as well, but you also give them graded some of their work so they would know things that they missed and they could relate it, whether it was their daily work or the actual test. Okay. Did the candidates use multiple assessments appropriately to gauge student learning? And I gave you basic on that only because in the proficient column it talks about assessment data, and we didn't really use the data to drive or to even go back and assess the kids, although most of our kids are doing very, very well. So that's the only reason I gave you a basic in that. I just didn't feel like we used the data as to check that box. And then, did the candidate make appropriate accommodations to assessments for students with disabilities and English language learners? And again, we were proficient in that, not only because, legally you have to be proficient in that. So yes, we definitely made our accommodations for our OCS kids and our IEP kids and 504s because we have a pretty good majority in this particular class that you were teaching that day. So overall, you were proficient with one basic, and the basic was really not anything of your control. So very good.
Thank you very much, and this concludes our assessment.